I think it's actually turned around in Ohio. I think Hillary Clinton has a lead. We had our first post-debate poll was Trump ahead by 5. But then we had one the very next day that showed Secretary Clinton up by 2 points. I've talked to people inside the Republican Party. They're seeing more of the latter poll is what's happening right now. Again, these are all just snapshots.
And what do you think changed?
Well, I think you had the debate,
right,
and the previous round of polling was done right after Hillary Clinton had her bout of pneumonia, and she was absent from the state for about almost a month, 29 days.
She was just here on Monday.
She was in Akron on Monday, but that was the first time she had been in the state in almost a month. And she had sent surrogates, but surrogates are not the candidate. And meanwhile, Trump had been here, Mike Pence had been here. Ohio is used to kind of being the media darling every 4 years and come election time, and being treated as these politicians coming in, and that didn't happen for several
weeks.
The
state wasn't getting the love, if you will. Let me ask you a different question. When it comes to the ground game, one of the things we're always trying to understand is what's going on the ground here in terms of what does the Clinton camp have going on? What does the Trump camp have going on in terms of actually being able to get people to the polls come November?
Well, the Clinton campaign is running a pretty robust field office operation, similar to what we saw in 2012 and 2008. Trump has fewer staffers. His field operation is much smaller. And to see the result of that, we'll see on Election Day. But I think Clinton, you're really seeing her push now to get out the vote. In Ohio, we have about a month of early voting,
right,
and that starts next week. Voter registration ends on October 11th. Voting starts the next day, and for her, turnout is really key, because when Ohio has larger turnout, it's going to be in her favor.
How much of this, though, is about the cities where we are now versus more of the rural areas?
There's certainly some of that, and that's one thing where Secretary Clinton has a bit of a challenge, especially in African-American voters. Obviously, they turned out in large numbers for President Obama, making history in 2008, re-elected him in 2012. Now, no one's expecting her to attain that level, but there can't be a big fall-off. And that's one reason I think you're seeing President Obama coming to Ohio next week. He's going to be here in Columbus. He's going to be up in Cleveland. It is a big, get to the polls.
Right.
On the other hand, what Mr. Trump has done, his organization, is kind of one of the untold stories, because coming out of the convention right here in Ohio in July, the party was very divided. Governor Casey was not supporting Mr. Trump, and of course he still isn't. But they have been able to get the county parties on board, those are the ground troops. We talk about a ground game in Ohio, especially the Republican Party. It's those county Republican organizations. Almost all of those have come around now. There's been a lot of missionary work behind the scenes. So they are pretty enthusiastically behind Mr. Trump now.
When it comes to economic issues, which is one of the things we talk about every day, is there a single issue that you think matters most to this state? We talk about today's Jobs Friday. This state is at 4.7% unemployment, which is a little bit below the national average at this point.
Right, and although the unemployment rate has improved, jobs is still a really big issue for a lot of people in Ohio, and trade has emerged as an issue in this campaign, interestingly enough. But Ohio has seen the impacts of past trade agreements, and where Trump is really trying to make inroads is on that issue here in eastern Ohio, southeastern Ohio, with blue collar workers that traditionally had voted Democratic, but now are saying, well, what have the Democrats done for me? I still don't have a job. My friends don't have jobs. I'm going to give Trump a try.
Hey, CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.